So we'll do Kirtan.
Yes.
Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari, Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jayo Girivaradhari, Jayo Girivaradhari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari, Yashodanandan Braj Jana Ranjana, Yashodanandan Braj Jana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Kunja Bihari. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dishatari. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari, Jai Radha Shyam Sundar Radhe, Jai Radha Madhav Radhe, Jai Radha Damodar Radhe, Jai Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jai Jagannath Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra Jaya Sudarshana, Jai Sita Ram Lakshmana Hanuman, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान। जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेव, जय जय गुरुदेव। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, निताय गौर हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। Vinu, do you want to read the Mangalacharan?
मैं पढ़ के रीड कर सकती हूँ. I can read.
Sure, पढ़ के पढ़िए.
One minute. ओम अज्ञान तिरंदे से ना.
हाँ जी.
ओम अज्ञान तिरंदस्य ज्ञानंजन शलाख्या चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्री गुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्री गुरून् वैष्णवञ्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सैगण रघुनाथ वितं तं सजीवं सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सैगण ललिता श्री विशाखा विशांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधा वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी परमाणि हरि प्रिये. वंशाकांतरंगस्य कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा.
हरे कृष्ण
कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे हरे. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय.
जय. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते वीवी गोविंद स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंद. हरि हरि बोल. So we did last week up till verse 23. Is that right?
No, 33.
Sorry, 33. Yeah. Chapter 4, verse 33. Correct?
Yes.
So what did we do? We have been doing the types of sacrifices. Yes? So kaun batayega what were the types of sacrifices that we revised, that we did, that Krishna gave, told Arjun about? It's given in verse 28. All those who write notes should answer quickly. because it's all there in your notes. Many of you write, है ना?
Hare Krishna. Should I
Yes,
say?
please.
Yeah. So first is Dravamaya Yagya, where we do charity of food, clothing. We open Anathalaya, Atithi Shalaya, educational institutions, all those types of charities, Dharamshala. So basically, Dravya, the materialistic things we give in charities. And then the second is the Tapomaya, that is for basically we follow the austerities and penances. Like in Chaturmas, we are following the rules and regulations of Chaturmas. Or tap, like having bathing in winter with the cold water rather than with the hot water, examples. Then there is Yog Yagya, where we perform Ashtanga Yoga and Hatha Yoga, different types of yogas with those 6 types of air controlling the. So, and then Swadhyaya Yagya, basically when we concentrate on the knowledge of the Vedas, Shastras. But above all, Prabhupada explained that above all these yagyas, the most important is the Krishna conscious yagya, where the bhakti.
So
That is
actually,
the top of all
Swadhyay
bhakti.
is nothing but Bhakti Yoga. Swadhyay matlab Swa Adhyayan. And Adhyayan of what? Of the Shastra.
Shastra.
So even
But it can be related to the yogis also, who concentrate on Paramatma.
yogis
With
are
the
doing
knowledge,
it. Yogis are
with
doing
the
it
knowledge.
through, no, yogis are doing it through following the yogic postures. And here we are reading, we are studying. Swadhyay means reading, hearing and reading.
हाँ, but जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि उन लोग knowledge gain करके भी उन लोग का knowledge रहता है कि they concentrate on the Paramatma feature, not to gain their entrance to Golok. Although they understand, they have the knowledge of the body and the soul and the significance about the science of God, but still they concentrate on the meditate on the Paramatma feature of the God.
So what's your point? That is same as Swadhyay?
No, I'm saying कि स्वाध्याय में वो category भी आती है ना?
No.
नहीं?
Swadhyay is to do with Adhyayan, Swa Adhyayan, studying about the absolute truth, about your relationship with the absolute truth. Yoga is Yuj, trying to connect with the Paramatma feature. And austerities is even an example of Brahmacharya ashram can be given. That as a Brahmachari, he follows strict vows of student life. That is also yoga. So now Krishna is saying, out of all these yogas, he is himself giving the verdict on which is the best kind of yoga. Here in verse 33 that we did, Shreyan Dravya Mayad Yagnaj. Shreyan means greater than, greatest. Shreyan, सबसे बड़ा, द्रव्य मयाद यज्ञाज, द्रव्य यज्ञ से भी जो बड़ा है, ज्ञान यज्ञ परंतप. This is what Krishna is giving his verdict now to Arjuna. That parantapa means, oh valiant, oh powerful, oh slayer of the enemy Arjun. A sacrifice that is performed in knowledge is better than Dravyamaya sacrifice, or higher than Dravyamaya sacrifice. So we had done.
I have one point. What we discussed about different types of yagya. So in verse 28, in the last few lines, Prabhupada has written here that all these yogis are faithfully engaged in different types of sacrifice, like mentioned above. including Swadhyaya Yajna, and are seeking a higher status of life. Krishna consciousness, however, is different from these because it is the direct service to the of the Supreme Lord. So he's saying apart from, above all the 4 yagnas he has mentioned, Krishna consciousness is the topmost. So he is not including Swadhyaya Yajna in this.
So that will become clear to you in the following verses, because Swadhyaya means reading, and what we are doing right now is also the same. What are we doing right now?
Yeah,
Can we
we
call
are
it
doing.
Bhakti Yoga? Can we call it Bhakti Yoga, what we are doing right now?
Yeah.
So,
Hare Krishna, Vanita.
yes, Reshma.
I feel because Swadhyaya also doesn't come, it's Krishna consciousness, because even if you have knowledge, that doesn't mean that you go for bhakti. You may attain the knowledge, but still you may not go for bhakti. You will read and then, okay, you're fine with it. You'll try to understand it and then leave it. You may do that also. That is also the case. So I think that is why Prabhupada says that Krishna consciousness, bhakti is the highest among all the things.
Yes,
That's what
it
is
is.
written.
Yes, you're right.
And among all that, of course, knowledge is the greatest one, but still Krishna consciousness is better than all the 4 yagna sacrifices.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That I
Yeah,
want to
that's what
conclude.
when she said, I got the idea like that. So that's why I just wanted to
So
say
this
that.
point will be clarified to you today in the verses that we do, and you will realize that Bhakti Yoga is also a part of Swadhyaya is also a part of Bhakti Yoga. It's
Fine.
not excluded from Bhakti Yoga, it's also a part
Okay.
of it. Plus, there are some more ingredients to Bhakti Yoga. And Swadhyaya is one of them, because without Swadhyaya, there is no Bhakti Yoga. Because knowledge is number one. Because of that knowledge only today we are where we are, isn't it? Before coming to Bhakti Yoga, did we know anything, and how did we get to know about Krishna consciousness? Only by hearing and reading. All we are doing is reading the books, isn't it? But we are not reading mundane literature. We are reading the transcendental literature. So Swadhyaya is a part of Bhakti Yoga, in addition to 3 more other ingredients that we will do today.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Just
Hi.
I have
Yes.
one question.
Yes, Ima.
It's not directly related to this, but how we will see about donating organs
How we will?
relate, not a yagya I can say, but donating organs. How we can relate?
Donating organs.
Yeah.
द्रव्यमय यज्ञ.
Okay.
द्रव्य दे रहे हैं, आहुति अपने ऑर्गन्स की आहुति डाल रहे हैं, मटेरियल बॉडी की आहुति डाल रहे हैं. So that's द्रव्यमय यज्ञ, है ना? So yes, it is a yajna, but level 1. Then we have Gyan Yajna, and then we have Swadhyaya Yajna and Bhakti Yoga, which also has Swadhyaya Yajna, and 3 more ingredients that we will do now. This is a very important course. Everybody should learn it by heart. Tadvidhi pranipatena. Yes, Vaiji.
Sure. Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninastatvadarshinaha. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they've seen the truth.
Yeah. So Prabhupada has, I was reading actually his lecture on this verse. That's why I'm saying with confidence that Swadhyaya is a part of Bhakti Yoga, because he's mentioning that in this verse, and you will realize how it is. So it's a part, it's not the complete whole. By itself, Swadhyaya may not be Bhakti Yoga, but it has to be a part of Bhakti Yoga. So the path of spiritual realization is undoubtedly difficult. The Lord therefore advises us to approach a bona fide spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession from the Lord himself. No one can be a bona fide spiritual master without following the principles of disciplic succession. The Lord is the original spiritual master, and a person in the disciplic succession can convey the message of the Lord as it is to his disciple. No one can be spiritually realized by manufacturing his own process, as is the fashion of the foolish pretenders. The Bhagavatam says, Dharmam tu sakshat bhagvat pranitam. The path of religion is directly enunciated by the Lord. Therefore, mental speculation or by dry arguments cannot help lead one to the right path. Nor by independent study of books of knowledge can one progress in spiritual life. One has to approach a bona fide spiritual master to receive the knowledge. Such a spiritual master should be accepted in full surrender, and one should serve the spiritual master like a menial servant without false prestige. Satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life. Inquiries and submission constitute the proper combination for spiritual understanding. Unless there is submission and service, inquiries from the learned spiritual master will not be effective. One must be able to pass the test of the spiritual master. And when he sees the genuine desire of the disciple, he automatically blesses the disciple with genuine spiritual understanding. In this verse, both blind following and absurd inquiries are condemned. Not only should one hear submissively from the spiritual master, but one must also get a clear understanding from him in submission and service and inquiries. A bona fide spiritual master is by nature very kind towards the disciple. Therefore, when the student is submissive and is always ready to render service, the reciprocation of knowledge and inquiries becomes perfect. So here, I'll read from Prabhupada's message. He's saying that Tadvidhi pranipatena, right? And pariprashnena sevaya. So Tadvidhi means try to understand. Tat means the knowledge. These different kinds of sacrifices, the 4 sacrifices that we've done, Dravyamay, Yoga, Swadhyaya, Yagya, and all these sacrifices that we've done, try to understand by approaching pranipatena, by approaching a spiritual master. And what do you do by approaching a spiritual master? First of all, how do you find out who is eligible to be a spiritual master? So Dravyamay Yagya means that on the altar of fire, we have to sacrifice, all the dravyas that are being done. But compared to Dravyamay, sacrificing goods or other things, Shreyan, Dharma Vyad Yagnat Yagya Gyanan Parantapa is superior, which means philosophical discussions and logical discussions about the aim of life based on authorized Shastra, that's Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, is far more superior. Why? Why is Yagnamay Yagya preferred? Gyanmay Yagya, why is it preferred? Because Sarvam Karma Kalam Partha Gyane Parimpasate. Because after all, we have to acquire that knowledge which will make us a surrendered soul to the Supreme. Bahunam Janmanamante Gyanvan Mam Prapadyante. Meaning, Gyan means to understand. What is Gyan? In the Sanskrit dictionary, Gyan means to understand your constitutional position with respect to the position of your maker, the Supreme Lord. Not only that, to understand your relationship with him, and then to achieve success of that relationship. In short, which were the 3 steps? Abhiday and Prayojan. Right? We chant those 3 mantras in the morning, no? So, understanding who we are, understanding who the Supreme Lord is, and then understanding what our relationship with him is. To understand our relationship with God and to understand why we are here in this material world and to understand what our next life will be from where we have come. And when we understand everything, then the path is clear and we can clearly understand that I am a part and parcel of the Supreme. And therefore, what is my duty? To render transcendental service to the Supreme. This is the highest kind of Gyan. So we're not talking about mundane knowledge here, because there's plenty of mundane knowledge in the world. But we are talking about Abhiday and Prayojan.
Sambandh Gyan, Mataji. Will this not come under the category of Sambandh Gyan?
Sambandh, Abhiday, and Prayojan, yes, all
Hmm.
three. You're right, Sheetal. Yeah. So to understand these things, you have to sacrifice. What are we doing right now? You have to sacrifice some time, some labor, and some attention. These are also sacrifices. Sacrifice does not just mean offering clarified butter in a fire, right? There is sacrifice of labor as well. And these sacrifices are counted, Krishna is saying, more when we offer sacrificial goods in the fire. That's clearly stated here, as we were doing. Shreyan Dravya Mayad Yagnat Gyan Yagya Parantapa. Krishna is clearly saying, the sacrifice performed in knowledge is better than mere sacrifice of material possessions. Why? Why? Because ultimately, our body is just the covering, the shirt that we are wearing. So surely, working on the shirt does give some merit, but working on the wearer of the shirt, or the possessor of the shirt, is far more meritorious, is it not? And the results that you get by that are far-reaching, eternal and permanent. Whereas when you work on your body, which is a few centimeters deep, the results are fleeting, isn't it? And that's why we move from one suffering to the other. So inquiry is required, first of all. And how is that inquiry? Not just pranipatena. Oh, I have found a very good spiritual master. He is very learned. How do you find a spiritual master? What is the qualification of finding a spiritual master? So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has quoted that you should find a spiritual master by hearing, not by seeing. What has he got to say? What is the philosophy of God consciousness? That's the way to find it. So that's what Krishna is saying in this verse 34. Tadvidhi pranipatena. Tadvidhi, which means the knowledge of different sacrifices. Try to understand how pranipatena, by approaching a spiritual master. And we've just seen how one approaches a spiritual master. And then what is the next step? Pariprashnena. What do you do? Pariprashnena. What is the meaning of that? You inquire. You inquire, yeah, but not challenging or argumentatively. You inquire submissively. So, tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena. First you seek out a spiritual master. Why? Because even for the smallest of things, even if you have to go and buy gold, you will not go to a butcher's shop to buy it. You will again seek out jewelers who have an understanding of the metal and who deal with it, who have experience in it, and then you go and buy. So for materialistic things, if you look for experts, you have to pick up some knowledge, say calligraphy or any kind of knowledge, you go to the expert of that knowledge. Why then, for spiritual knowledge, we just start relying on our own mind or relying on what we hear, or we rely on our best friends or whoever we have faith in, who may or may not be qualified or may not be practicing a spiritual life. Should we not seek out an expert even in that field, which in this case means a spiritual master who is practicing the spiritual principles? And towards the end of this verse, you will see there's a very heavy statement made by Krishna on how, what is the qualification of a spiritual master. So once you've found pranipatena, pariprashnena, you inquire from him submissively. And then sevaya. No, it's not, inquiring is not sufficient. It's not that, okay, you tell me what is God? Have you seen God? Can you prove God to me? These are some of the questions that people who are not very serious in following a spiritual life may want to know. But then sevaya, you render devotional service or you render menial service to the spiritual master. Merely by inquiry, realization of knowledge will not come. And why are they saying menial service? Because you need two very crucial qualities in following spiritual life. Why spiritual life? Even your material life is incomplete without these two qualities. Which are they?
Humility.
Humility.
Yes. And the other? Gratitude. It's crucial for us to have gratitude. Now, all of us say that what's so great about gratitude? We've been learning about it since kindergarten. Say please, thank you, thank everyone, give some donations, help people out with. Yes, that is a preliminary understanding of gratitude. But gratitude comes when you consider yourself minuscule in the universal scheme of things. That also comes with humility. Otherwise, karta aham iti manyate. Isn't that the story of our lives? Krishna will say in the following chapters that karta aham, I am the doer, and whatever I have achieved is the sum total of my efforts, my tapasya so far. Iti manyate is what a jiva lives by. That whatever I've achieved is by my own effort. Whereas a devotee, a bhaktya, he internalizes this feeling that I am just a menial servant of the Supreme Lord. And whatever I have achieved in my life is by his mercy. And these are not just words. These translate through his actions. This translates through his thoughts, words, and deeds. And you will see in detail in future how it translates, because Arjun is going to perform those. Right now, Arjun is still on the periphery. He still hasn't picked up his Gandhi. He's still pariprashnena. He's at the stage of pariprashnena. He's already done pranipatena. He's already accepted Krishna as a spiritual master. And now he's inquiring submissively. This also brings about another very important point. Spiritual life is not blind faith. Neither is it dogma. Neither is it dumbing down your intelligence. It is inquiry. In fact, just see Bhagavad Gita. How is the Bhagavad Gita written? Questions and answers. Arjun questions, Krishna answers. Arjun again questions, Krishna answers. Nowhere has Krishna told him, sit down quietly and do as I'm telling you, because I am God and you are just a jiva. Nowhere. Not only this, what is Srimad Bhagavatam? These are just 700 verses. Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses, 18 chapters. Again, just pariprashnena, dialogue between Parikshit Maharaj and Sukhdev Goswami. Again, Parikshit Maharaj questions, Sukhdev Goswami answers. So dialogue, questioning is the basis of spiritual life. So, but there is a very important quality if you really want to get, because realized souls can be pleased by rendering menial service and by asking the question submissively. You may argue, you may, what is the word that is being used here? You may debate, or you may argue, or you may challenge. That's the word I was looking for. But that's not going to get you Gyan or knowledge from the realized spiritual master. They will simply keep quiet because they're tolerant by nature. But if you're really trying to taste the fruit, then these two qualities are imperative. So we've already done pranipatena, pariprashnena, and then rendering menial service. So I want to read something very interesting that Prabhupada has written. We just did this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam in the previous verses. Vadanti tat tattva vedas tattvam yaj jnanam adhyayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagvaneti iti shabdyate. Right? These are the three stages of realizing God. Brahmeti, paramatmeti, and bhagvaneti. I think we've done this in detail. Everybody is very familiar. Now, why these three levels? Depending on, because everybody has a different level of consciousness. Everybody has a different level of intelligence. So Krishna has made it so easy for all kinds of people and all classes of people to approach him. It's not that only the Gyanis and the Pandits and the intellectuals can approach him. What about the people who have no interest in reading, but who would love to do just service or menial seva? So according to your consciousness, according to your intelligence level, all three are right. And all three are actually tattvavits. Tattvavit means knowers of the absolute truth. But what are we seeking? We are seeking tattvadarshi. Tattvavit, vit means knowledge. And what is tattva? The absolute. What is absolute? Made up of Sat, Chit and Anand. Eternal, that which does not decay with time. Whereas ours is not Sat, Chit and Anand Vigraha. Ours is a material body, right? But what is Tattvadarshi? He is a Tattvadarshi. The spiritual master is actually Tattvadarshi. He who has seen the Tattva, the absolute truth. So you can say that actually Brahmavadi, Paramatmavadi and Bhaktyas all are Tattvavits. All of them have knowledge, transcendental knowledge. But Tattvadarshi is only one whom these people will serve. And he is the spiritual master. So if we actually want Gyan, we have to first of all find a person who is Tattvadarshi. And it is just like, if you want to, I've already given you the example of gold, but if you're really in search of knowledge, Krishna will help you, but it depends on what you're searching. If you're searching for Brahmeti, he will lead you to a spiritual master who will give you the Gyan of Brahmeti. But if you are not satisfied there and you're still searching further for Brahmatmeti, he will lead you to the spiritual master who will explain Brahmatmeti to you. Not explain, practice. And then Bhagavaniti. So depending on the desire in your heart, Krishna is going to lead you to your spiritual master. So in the Kathapanishad it is said, Tad Vijñathatam Gurum Eva Abhigacchatet. If you want to understand the transcendental science, you have to approach a spiritual master. Tasmad Gurum Prapadyante Jignesho Shreya Uttamam. To inquire about one's ultimate welfare, one must approach a bona fide spiritual master. What kind of inquisitiveness? Jignashu Shreya Uttamam. So what kind of inquiry are they expecting to get success? Inquiry about the ultimate goal of my life, Shreya, not prayas. Prayas is short-term benefits, short-term goals. But what is Shreyas? Long-term benefits or end benefit, an end goal of life. So an intelligent man will always look at, first decide his Shreyas before he zeroes down on his prayers. So you need shorter milestones to reach your bigger goal. But your shorter milestones or the shorter goal posts will be decided by your end goal. So the end goal needs to be fixed first, which is again, Shreya Uttamam. This is what the Srimad Bhagavatam is saying. What is the ultimate goal of life? If you have no such view to inquire about the ultimate goal of your life, then you really don't need a spiritual master. You can continue by hit and try. This is the verdict of the Shastra. But if you are really interested in Shreyas, then Tadviti Pratipartena Pariprashnena Sevaya. So we already have done Pranipatena, that means surrender. Pariprashnena means asking humbly. But not challenging them. And what is Sevaya? We've done these in depth actually in the first 3 chapters. So, Seva or service, what does that mean?
By doing Guru's Vani Seva?
Yes, Vani Seva. There are other kinds of Sevas as well. Vapu Seva.
Vapu Seva.
Yes. Yeah, Vapu Seva. So who is a Tattvadarshi? How do we find out whether the spiritual master is Tattvadarshi? Darshi means to see. Tattva means the absolute. He who has seen the absolute. In simple terms, he who has seen Krishna is fit to be a spiritual master. Wow. So simple, Hannah. How do you find a person who has seen Krishna? I'll give a clue. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochena. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. Sheetal?
No, Mataji, मुझे नहीं पता इसका मतलब.
Krishna, he who has seen Krishna. How? By Premanjana Churita, he whose eyes are anointed with love for Krishna is equal to he who has seen Krishna. So simple. Yeah, and yet so profound. Why? Because if, I mean, look at it from a common day example. Girlfriend, boyfriend, if they're in love with each other, can they see anybody else other than themselves? Everybody ceases to exist. They may be interacting with their family members in their job or their work or whatever they're doing or their studies. But at all times, they're thinking of each other. In everybody, they see a reflection of their partner. And they have only thoughts of their partner and they talk only about their partner. Correct? Why? Because they are head over heels in love with each other. And such is the case with a person who is in love with Krishna. He's always thinking about Krishna, chanting the glories of Krishna, talking about Krishna, sharing Krishna's glories. And such a person is eligible to be a spiritual master. Premanjana Churita, Bhakti Vilochanena. So this is how Krishna can be seen, through love. And what is love? What is the definition of love? How do you practice love? Or how do you express love? Again, look at your everyday life. How do you express your love for your children? How do you express your love for your parents?
We do as what pleases them. That's love.
Yes. What does that mean?
Their happiness is the most important, you know. So we forget ourselves, but we act for their happiness.
Exactly.
That's
So what does
true
that translate to? Sevaya.
love. Yeah.
What is this? So what is the new equation now? All engineering students here. Bhakti is equal to, love is equal to seva. Love is service. I mean, you love your baby very much. All day long, you hug and kiss your child. I love you, I love you, I love you. But you don't clean its nappies. You don't give her milk. You don't give her medicine when she's sick. In short, service is absent. Is that love? Oh, I love you very much. I really love you. But when do you feel love coming to you? When somebody serves you, when somebody cares for you. So what is love then? Actually, love is service. So can that also be done? Can that also be practiced for the Supreme Lord? Yes. Who said that he has to be present? I mean, we don't have the capacity to see him, right? He's Satchitanand Vigraha. We have such limited visions. We have such limited capacities. So seeing is not actually believing, or seeing is not actually loving someone. Serving is actually loving, right? And such a person is qualified to share Krishna with you, whose eyes are anointed with love for Krishna. So what is the highest principle of God consciousness? It's not practicing puja or rituals. I mean, yes, they are means to an end, but it's not the end in itself. What is the end goal? What is the Shreyas here? What is our end goal? We know our Sambandh, we know our Prayojan, we know our Abhiday. What is the Prayojan? Why are we doing this? Whatever we are doing. What's our goal?
To attain love of Krishna.
How many of you agree with that? What is our end goal? What is Krishna consciousness? Why are we practicing Krishna consciousness? What is our goal? Why do we need a spiritual master to teach us what? To handhold us to what?
To free ourselves from this cycle of birth and death and reach Golok and serve Krishna.
And what does that mean? What do you mean by reaching Krishna?
To serve him unconditionally.
Yes.
And
Would you agree with what Sheetal said?
yeah, in a way, it is the same, just elaborating.
Yes.
Ultimately, we need the love of Krishna.
Love of God.
But we
Yes.
need to serve him first.
That is love. We just established that service is love.
So
Love.
service is
Service
absolutely
is
love.
an expression of love.
That equation you said, love equals to
Yes.
service.
Love is equal to service. Love is not empty words. Love is doing something for him. Now, for example, I know that Bharti loves me very much. You know, she always brings things for me. Now, if I tell her, Bharti, I'm very thirsty and I really feel like having coconut water. And Bharti runs and gets me the latest cocktail in town, which has just arrived, you know, hot, sought after, you know, difficult to get, and she's got that for me. What will you call that? I mean, what is the point I'm trying to make here? Because we've done this many times.
It's not our wish matters. It matters what the other person desires. So we have to serve him, the other person, according to his or her desires. Like what Krishna likes, we have to do that as per his instructions,
So we
not
established,
as per our will.
yes, Neelam, we established that love is equal to service. Now we are trying to establish what is service. Practically, what do we mean by Sevaya? How are we intending to serve Krishna? How are we intending to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead? You can't see him, right? You can't touch him, feel him. So how are you going to serve him? What are you going to do?
Following his
According to
words.
satisfaction.
Following the instructions given in, like Bhagavad Gita, are words of God. So following what he has written there, that's the service we can do.
Understanding his heart and doing what pleases him. That's love, right? I want to do what you like for you as my expression of love. Isn't that love? That's real love. That I want to give you what you want, not what I think you want. There's a big difference. In both cases, we are giving something. And this is what we do, isn't it? I'm going to give you this. Please, can you get my son into a great college? I'm going to give you this. Can you please get my daughter married in the house of her choice? Correct? So, okay, when children want something, where else will they go to? They'll go to their parents only. But let's not confuse this with love of Godhead. That's a very difficult to achieve stage. And that's why spiritualists spend their entire life trying to develop a loving relationship with the Lord. It's work. It's hard work. People say, what is bhakti? You guys have nothing to do. We are the ones, you know, going to work, getting salaries, running the world. We are the ones who are oiling the engines of the economy. What do you guys do? Well, try and sit for 1 hour trying to control your mind. Let's see how well you can do that. Forget 1 hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, trying to rein in your mind. Let's see whether you can do that. It's a lot of work developing your relationship with God. And it's very systematic. And it has to be under training and guidance. It's not haphazard. Very easily you can get cheated. But again, nobody cheats anyone. Why do we get cheated? By these dongi yogis and babas? Why do we get cheated?
Avidya.
Okay, what Simple terms. What does that mean?
Because of lack of
Because-
knowledge,
Lack of knowledge.
Shastras.
Yes.
And we want the instant results according to our desires.
Yes. So what does that translate to? We get cheated because we want to get cheated. We are offering ourselves as bait. We can't blame these dhongi babas or bogus gurus. We have given them the market. That's how they have sprouted. Isn't it? There is a saying right now, no? When the buying stops, the killing will stop too. Isn't this what PETA is doing right now? PETA is doing right now. Why? What is there? What have they understood? What have they realized after years of fashion industry? Because there is a demand, that's why the killing and slaughtering of animals is going on, to make those goods. So killing is not bad. The demand is fueling the killing. The demand is bad. And therefore, who gave a market to these bogus gurus and babas? Who gave them a market? Why are they there in business today? And it's us. But we shirk our responsibility by blaming them. See, blame is a double-edged sword. Blame is very convenient. You know why? Because the moment you blame a person, you become free of responsibility. Oh, it's because of him. So that means I am free. I'm okay. I've done no wrong. And therefore, the Shastra very strongly condemns Prajalpa, envy, Irsha, and blame, criticism. The Shastra very severely criticizes this because we are a part of the problem. The moment we get into a problem-solving mode, we absolve ourselves and our contribution to the problem. We are looking for shortcuts because the long cut is hard to do.
Veena, 5 o'clock ho chuki hai beta.
Yes, Neelam, we heard that.
Oh, sorry. Tuition is there.
Yes. So, do you understand now the amount of responsibility that weighs on us, on our heads? It's very easy to blame it is because of this group and that group and these practitioners and those practitioners, whereas our contribution completely is going unrealized. Hence, pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. And seva is so important. It appears very menial. People who are, from the outside, if you just cross the temple and you see people performing service, oh, ye to hum bhi kar sakte hain, what's so great about it? But they don't understand the philosophy behind it. They don't understand the consciousness behind it. And consciousness gives results, actually speaking. It's the consciousness which will get you the result, which will get you the kripa. Two people may be doing the very same things, yet one will get a different result, the other will get the different result. Why? Based on the bhav with which they're doing it. It's your intention that counts. And you can never hear or see the intention of a person. Can you read the heart of a person? No. You can see the action of the person and you judge the person based on that action. Can you really see his consciousness? No. Unless pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. You inquire submissively and humbly, then the person will reveal his heart to you. Otherwise, you miss the point. You completely miss the point. And that's the biggest difference between happiness and sorrow. Between lasting peace of mind and turmoil. So these verses are priceless, actually. Each of these verses translate into the quality of our life, if you really realize that. And how important gratitude and humility is. But again, not the kind of humility that we are thinking of. That is also very superficial. Look at the depth of humility that we are talking about here. And therefore you will see the Brahmins, the real saints in Vrindavan and all these. How do you go and visit these dhams? Like we were discussing in the previous classes also, the dhams have to be seen through the ears, not through the eyes. You will get nothing there if you go and see from the eyes. But dhams are meant for executing these three principles: pranipatena, pariprashnena, and sevaya. All three. And to practice these, we go to Vrindavan, and we go to Vrindakund, and we go to these dhams, and we go to Mayapur with this philosophy. Clear? This is a very important verse, so that's why I spent a lot of time, and we should by heart it. And this should be a part of our morning prayers to remind us on how crucial this is. This should be practiced in our lives every single day, starting from the Mangalarti. So you get into the mood on how to serve God, because service again is equal to love of God. Our goal is to achieve love of God. And how do you achieve love of God? First, by developing a relationship with Him. How do you develop a relationship with someone who's not present, whom you can't see? Jnana chakshu lochena, through the eyes of knowledge. Therefore, knowledge is crucial. Real knowledge, bona fide knowledge is crucial, not mundane knowledge. Google is full of mundane knowledge. And you need a bona fide spiritual master who will handhold you, guide you, and answer your queries. Okay? Yeah. So I think we've done till 34. There are 3-4 slides. We'll just revise last time's slides a little bit, and then we'll do the remaining in the next class. Remember we did these in the last class, the cycle of the appearance of desire and its reactions. Why do we get these unending desires in our mind? Again, it's because of ignorance. We do not have the right knowledge. We have so much of knowledge. There is an overload of knowledge in the market, and yet there is a scarcity of the right cause of knowledge. And then we are trapped in this vicious cycle of bij, kutam, bijam, prarabdha, and aprarabdha. And then it goes in circles again and again and again. And ultimate result is sufferings. That's why it's made in red. So kut, bij, prarabdha, and aprarabdha originate from avidya, ignorance of your spiritual self. We are so busy taking care of the body that we neglect the self, the real self sitting inside the body. And while the body is degenerating with age and with time, we wonder what happened. When is that happiness going to come? Well, we neglected it. And then we did the 4 kinds of sacrifices. Why do we have so many varieties of sacrifices? To suit the different types of workers. Because not everybody will immediately come to the level of soul consciousness. People are heavily entrenched in bodily conception. How can I eat better? How can I enjoy better? How can I drink better? How can I see, touch, and feel better? So therefore, all 3 levels, Krishna has made an arrangement. You can work either with your body or with your subtle mind, intelligence, and false ego, your subtle body. You can work with either 3. But ultimately, these sacrifices will lead you to the end goal of liberation from the body. So whichever level you are at, you will make progress. There is no good and bad, right or wrong in this. There's just progress, provided it's done with the right knowledge. And what is the purpose of all the sacrifices? So I just read in Srimad Bhagavatam just now a statement that summarizes what we have been doing all these years. Self-conquest is the biggest conquest. What a profound statement. Actually, सबसे बड़ी जीत अगर कोई है इस दुनिया में तो वो है खुद को जीतना. I mean, we are running after so many achievements the kind of things that we are trying to do in the society, for our kith and kin, while our own self lies trapped, caged. We are not able to get a handle on our own mind. Therefore, if each of us just starts working on our own self-conquest, if each of us just dedicates our life on that, automatically, doesn't the environment sort itself out? All the problems are leading from the vagaries of the unsatisfied, unrequited mind. But bhakti practitioners of bhakti yoga, where do they start from? They start from harnessing this mind, because this mind is the root cause. And therefore, outwardly, they may be appearing not to be doing much or anything, but actually, biggest accomplishment or biggest conquests are won by the bhakti yogis. You will not see them disturbed. In the highest of calamities, even in the face of death. We have seen that personally now through our COVID period. How the devotees reacted to sickness, death, and loss, and how people who are not actively following a spiritual life have reacted. So everything lies in the consciousness of your dealings, of what you do with yourself, but under guidance of the bona fide guidance of the bona fide literature. We're not talking about mental speculation here. We're not talking about superstition or dogma here. Self-conquest is the biggest conquest. So shall we learn this verse next time and come? Yeah, we have 108 to go. I've reached chapter 7. Where have you reached? It's so interesting. It's so inspiring when you chant those verses. You know, it's so exhilarating. I think Neelam has also reached somewhere around chapter 7. Keep going because we're going to start now. Hanam, Neelam?
Yeah, but I have to revise. I think
revision
I've
to at
forgotten
least
many.
hai, sure. Yeah, so that's incentive for the rest of you also to start. Vaiji will also, we can share.
Yeah, I'm an
merits of
He
change.
must be remembering many verses.
In fact, I was just, sharing with my mom today. I just told her, I just feel like chanting all the verses that I remember. So I think I can go up to 8 with a little bit of help, chapter 8.
Wow.
Because my favorite is that Anta
I have to
Kale
catch up with
Chamame.
you.
No, but not that good. I might need help though, not fully. But
We all need
I
help.
agree with you. It is like I actually listen to the Braja Beats 108 at least once or twice through the day. Whether it's I'm in the shower, I just put it, but at least once, right? I definitely want to listen to it. So I'm doing my bartans and all the work that I don't like. I just turn it on, with my earphones and keep listening to it. So, and as you say, it is magical actually, just listening to the voices.
It subdues the chatter of your mind, this monkey mind that is a relentless slave. The Shastra describes this mind as a thankless, relentless, brutal slave. Even up to the age of 90, it will not be satisfied. You would have spent your entire lifetime following the orders of your brain. Go get me this pleasure, that pleasure. और उसकी सेवा करते करते करते, even at the age of 90, it will say, I want more. Have you seen elderly people? Have you met any elderly people who says, I have eaten enough now, no more, I don't need any more. I've had enough, a lifetime of enough eating, sleeping, enjoying. No. In fact, Chaturshruka Sarva Angam, the Shastra says that in the elderly, the Indriya are 4 times more stronger than the young people. It gets stronger with age if you do not have the sword of this transcendental knowledge.
They become like
in
kids.
the horses of this mind. Yes, yes. It's going to leech you of your energy.
I think there's a story of Yayati, right? There is this king, Yayati. He is like, he goes on for 1,000 years. But even after that, right, I think he gets that boon or something like that, where he goes on and on in this material world. And then he realizes there is no end to
He
desires.
spent,
Even-
despite having such a long life, he's
Yeah.
tired. And forget about Yayati. Of course, that's in the Srimad Bhagavatam. All of you know about Helen Mirren. I mean, she's
Yeah.
a very, very accomplished
Actress,
Hollywood.
yeah.
I mean, she's something like 70 or 80 or something like that.
Mhm.
She's a super successful actress. So she has fame, money, power. She's a grandmom. She's well accomplished. And I was recently hearing an interview. What did she say? She says, I'm fed up of my mind telling me what to do next. I am driven, but I don't want to be driven anymore. I want to stop. But this mind tells me, get me more. And I'm just fed up of it now. So even though she's fit and she's healthy and she's able to do it, she doesn't want to do it anymore. Because it's dry. It's not going to quench the thirst of the spirit soul sitting inside the cage of this body. We are neglecting to feed that spirit soul. And we're just pampering and feeding this body with so many millions of positive thinking seminars and whatnot. And yet it remains unquenched. So remember, Kut, Bij, Prarabdha, Aprarabdha. I mean, these books, these are ageless transcendental wisdoms and aphorisms. And there's a reason why they have come down through the ages, because it applies in every age, regardless of what is the political situation, what is the social situation. These things will remain constant, regardless of country, caste, color, creed. And this is our real work area. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. You're not at work today, YG?
No, there was some seminar or something going on.
Yay.
So
And
that's
you
why I was
bunked
able
it
to join on
for
time
our class.
also.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Krishna's grace.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, shall we say our closing prayers? Who would want to volunteer? शीतल ने अपना कैमरा स्विच ऑन किया है. Ah, Hema. Hari Bol. Yes, Hema. You're muted.
Yes.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Ekam Shastram,
Ekam Shastram,
Putra Geetam,
Devaki Putra Geetam,
Eko Devo,
Eko Devo,
Devaki Putra Eva,
Devaki Putra Eva,
Eko Mantras,
Eko Mantras,
Tasya Namani Yani,
Tasya Namani Yani,
Karmapi Ekam,
Karmapi Ekam,
Tasya Devasya Seva,
Tasya Devasya Seva,
Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva,
Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva,
Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva,
Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva,
Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva,
Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva,
Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva,
Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva,
Krishnaya Vasudevaya,
Krishnaya Vasudevaya,
Hare Paramatmane,
Haraye Paramatmane,
Pranata Kalesha Nashaya,
Pranata Kalesha Nashaya,
Govindaya Namo Namaha,
Govindaya Namo Namaha,
Krishnaya Vasudevaya,
Krishnaya Vasudevaya,
Devaki Nandanaya Cha,
Devaki Nandanaya Cha,
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya,
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya,
Govindaya Namo Namaha,
Govindaya Namo Namaha,
Vasudevam Sutam Devam,
Vasudevam Sutam Devam,
Kamsa Chanura Mardanam,
Kamsa Chanura Mardanam,
Devaki Paramanandam,
Devaki Paramanandam,
Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum,
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum,
कात्यायनी महामाये
कात्यायनी महामाये
महायोगिनी अधीश्वरी
महायोगिनी अधीश्वरी
नंद गोप सुतम देवी
नंद गोप सुतम देवी
पतिं मे कुरुते नमः
पतिं मे कुरुते नमः
श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम
श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम
दासोऽहं कृष्ण तवास्मि
दासोऽहं कृष्ण तवास्मि
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय
जय
श्रीमद् भागवत गीता भागवत पुराण की जय
जय
जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
हरि
बोल
हरि हरि बोल
जय जय श्री राधे
अच्छा
So thank you all for joining. We wrapped up quickly today. Let's when are we meeting next? Okay, there's a workshop Saturday, Sunday for some of